When I was young, my father bought me one of these very small guitars that you can buy in the markets in Mexico, and taught me to play the blues. And from that day on, I never stopped playing. I played every single day. It was a fascination for me.
Morgan Szymanski was born and raised in Mexico. He studied classical guitar in Britain and Holland and is also a composer.
As an artist, my motivation comes a lot from collaborating with others. I think music is the most international language.
Morgan is also the founder of Prisma, an organization aiming to introduce the arts to children who have no formal access to them.
Mexico is a huge country, and some of the communities can be quite remote. The children don't really have the opportunity or the means to come down into town, let alone go to Mexico City. So they don't have access to the arts at all. And so our aim is to take the arts to them, to show them, to introduce them, to try and inspire them, to try and get them involved, and to develop a continuity in the program.
Morgan has gathered together fellow colleagues from Mexico and around the world to come and share their artistic talent among new audiences.
The way we work here in Mexico is through a collective of artists. Some of the most recognized Mexican artists internationally are part of the project. Lots of dear friends of mine who are also in the arts, actors, dancers, musicians, and friends from abroad as well. We launched a crowdfunding campaign last year. We received donations from all over the world. And we also work with local government. They act as a network with all the schools we are visiting. The community provides accommodation and food for artists. It's a very simple structure. The artists go to a school, they introduce their art, whether it's a musician or a dancer or an actor. Then the children have the opportunity of interviewing the artists and are asking questions about their careers, about why they chose the arts, and then at the end we have a little show for all the children to enjoy. Well, we've had some amazing experiences in the workshops. The children are so full of energy and enthusiasm because they don't normally have access to anything like this. One of the teachers was telling us how grateful they were, because normally they would not have a way of teaching the children this. And one of the teachers was also saying one of these workshops is worth more than 6 hours in the classroom. So it's really inspiring, and the community is very, very grateful.
Lizzie Ball, a British, internationally acclaimed singer and violinist, met Morgan at the Royal College of Music in London 15 years ago. They have collaborated on many projects over the years. Lizzie is now an ambassador in Prisma and has been giving violin workshops in rural schools in Mexico.
I think the thing for me about Prisma that is truly extraordinary is actually the connection with children in Mexico is a very different experience to the one in England and in the rest of the world. There are some schools I've come to, some of the remote schools in the mountains and the villages, where you take out your violin, and I actually don't think that many of them have ever even seen a violin, let alone heard one. And so for me that's just been the most incredible experience, because you feel this sense that they're really seeing this for the first time. The feeling you get when you are playing for these children, it's really like pure joy. It's very hard to think that that would be replicated in another situation, despite the joys and fun I've had in my career and the luck of good opportunities. And with these children in Mexico, I don't know, the experiences I've had so far You know, when you look at their faces and you see that they are connecting with music. You know, I take these experiences home when I go and perform in big concerts, and after this I go and perform in the Royal Albert Hall in London, back in England. But I know that this experience I've had will inform how I play, you know, and it will only have a positive impact on my career as a violinist. So it's a really, really unique experience, actually. Very special.
In its first year, Prisma has managed to reach out to 8,000 pupils, relying on the goodwill of the artists who participate. When asked why they take part,
I do this because it's a tremendous sense of satisfaction to see the joy on the children's faces.
What I enjoy is hearing the children laugh.
I enjoy taking music out of the concert hall to get it closer to people, to ordinary people.
As an artist, I think it's one of the most rewarding feelings. You're introducing children for the first time to the arts, and it happened to me as well. That's one of the reasons why I chose the guitar. I was inspired by other musicians, and that's why I chose to do this career. And I have so many friends that were inspired by someone else. There has to be that initial seed that you plant in someone's imagination, and if we can achieve that, then that's a job well done. I wish one day we could make it a national program, which is something that Mexico, I think, really needs. We have so many talented artists here, and such wonderful schools and wonderful children which are full of energy and full of a need for inspiration and the arts.